Welcome, second grade students. My name is Ms. McClary. Today we will be learning to tell and write time. The course standard that we will be referring to is 2MDC7, to tell and write time from analog and digital clocks to the nearest 5 minutes using AM and PM. The goal of today's lesson is to be able to identify the hour and minute hands on an analog clock, as well as identify the minute and hour location on a digital clock. This lesson will allow a better understanding of what time is and can help build time management skills, necessary life skills, and reinforce simple math. The first clock we are going to discuss in more detail is the analog clock. This clock has two hands. The first hand that we will discuss is the shorter hand, which we refer to as the hour hand, and I'll put an H there to represent hour. The next hand on the analog clock is the longer hand, and this hand refers to the minutes. The minute hand will determine how many minutes in the hour have passed. The minutes on an analog clock are shown in groups of 5. I will highlight these for you so you can see them. 12 to 1 represents 5 minutes have passed. 1 to 2 represents 5 more minutes have passed, so we are at 10 minutes. Then 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60, which means 1 whole hour has been passed. The next clock, a digital clock, has hours and minutes represented using numbers. So hours goes in front of the colons, which are these 2 dots here, and minutes go behind these 2 dots or colons. Now that we have a better understanding of what each clock is, let's do some example problems. We have a digital clock here with a 5 in the hours position and a 15 in the minutes position. To show this time of 5:15 on the analog clock, we will first start with the hour hand, which, if you remember, is the short hand. This hand is going to point directly at the 5. So we have the hour represented on our clock. Now we are going to do the minutes. So let's count to 15. So we have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So let's draw the long hand to the 3. Now let's write what time this analog clock displays. If we look carefully, the short hand or hour hand is pointing at the 10. So let's write a 10 in the hour side of our digital clock. Now the minute hand is pointing to the 6. And we count by 5, so let's start at the top and count down to 6. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The long hand or minute hand is pointing to the 6 or 30 minutes. Let's do a quick review. The minute hand is the long hand on the analog clock. and you count by fives to determine what the actual minutes are. The shorthand points to the hours on the analog clock. When we talk about digital clocks, hours are in front of the colons and minutes are behind the colons. I hope that this lesson helped you better understand time, and I hope you have a great rest of the year.